Hello and welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today we're going to be looking at the stock Google, breaking down the news and chart data and seeing what the current trends are suggesting. Let's dive into the news first. Today's Google search shows that there's a lot of interest in Google stock, with many people asking about its potential to go up, whether it's going to split, and what the predictions for 2025 are. This indicates a high level of market activity and investor attention surrounding the company. Some recent news headlines highlight Alphabet's strong AI applications, particularly in the context of earnings reports. For example, Zacks, a financial research firm, lists Google as one of 3 stocks to buy based on extensive AI applications. CNBC reported a positive earnings report from Alphabet, which likely contributed to a recent jump in the stock price. The Motley Fool, a financial services company, notes Alphabet's focus on AI, specifically mentioning the potential for driverless car technology. They emphasize the company's diverse business beyond Google search. On the other hand, there are some concerns about stock sales by Alphabet executives. While this is a common practice, it could indicate some internal uncertainty. Overall, the news suggests a mixed outlook for Google stock. There's positive sentiment surrounding AI advancements, but some investor skepticism remains. The impact of these factors on the chart data is what we will be looking at next. We'll start with the daily chart, zooming out to see the bigger picture of GOOGL's recent performance. As we look at the full daily chart of Google, we see a clear upward trend in recent months. The stock has been steadily increasing in price, suggesting a bullish market. The recent jump in price aligns with the positive news about AI applications and earnings reports. However, we do notice a slight dip in the last week. This may be a reflection of the concerns regarding executive stock sales. Looking ahead, we need to watch for key resistance levels. The recent peak in price could act as a resistance level, and if the price breaks above it, the stock could experience further growth. But if the price struggles to overcome this resistance, it could potentially pull back. We can see a potential support level at the price where the recent dip began. If the price falls below this support level, it could indicate a bearish reversal and potentially push the stock lower. Let's zoom in on the 1-hour chart to gain a more detailed understanding of the recent price movements. Here, we can see the daily dip in price, which occurred over the last 24 hours. We can identify 2 distinct price fluctuations. The first one started with a rapid drop in price, followed by a quick recovery. This rapid change in price might indicate a short-term sell-off, likely driven by the news of executive stock sales. However, it's important to note that the recovery was just as quick, suggesting buying interest. The second price fluctuation shows a more gradual drop, followed by a slightly slower recovery. This suggests that there's some resistance to the price increases. The upward movement is being met with some selling pressure. However, the overall trend remains bullish. The price is still higher than where it was yesterday, indicating that the buying interest is still outweighing the selling pressure. Now, let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. This chart provides a real-time snapshot of the market. Here, we can see that the price has been fluctuating within a narrow range. This indicates some indecision and volatility. The recent price movements are likely driven by short-term trading activity, perhaps influenced by news headlines and trader speculation. We can see a potential resistance level at the peak of the recent price spike. If the price breaks through this resistance level, it could indicate a short-term bullish breakout. Conversely, if the price struggles to overcome this resistance, it could suggest a short-term pullback. To summarize our analysis, Google's stock currently presents a mixed outlook. The daily chart displays a bullish trend, supported by recent news regarding AI advancements and strong earnings reports. However, there's some concern about executive stock sales, reflected in the slight dip in the last week. The 1-hour chart shows a recent dip in price, likely influenced by the news. While the dip was rapid, it was followed by a quick recovery, indicating strong buying interest. The 15-minute chart reveals significant volatility and indecision, with price movements potentially driven by short-term trading activity. We've identified several key price levels. The recent peak on the daily chart is a potential resistance level, and if the price breaks through it, the stock could experience further growth. However, if the price struggles to overcome this resistance, it could potentially pull back. On the 1-hour chart, the price dip could be a potential support level. If the price falls below this support, it could signal a bearish reversal and a potential price decline. On the 15-minute chart, we've noticed a potential resistance level at the peak of the recent spike. Breaking through this resistance could indicate a short-term bullish breakout, while failure to overcome it could suggest a short-term pullback. Overall, it's crucial to keep a close eye on the news and events surrounding Google and monitor the price action against key support and resistance levels. Pay attention to price fluctuations, especially in relation to these levels. As the market evolves, new trends and reversals might emerge, necessitating adjustments to trading strategies. Remember, this analysis is for informational purposes only and is not intended as financial advice.